Hello guys and welcome to another legendary stream right here on Twitch. I already mentioned the cheek thing. Yes, it is swollen again. It's super annoying. But Reflex, Michael, and Douglas, welcome to the stream! Finally back. It is so freaking amazing. Unfortunately, my ability to talk is still not fully there, but I do not care. Oh my god. It just feels great to be back. It just feels great to be back. And I know you guys want me to get into the games immediately, but I think it might still be interesting to kind of just quickly run down or run through the things that happened or what I've been up to the last week. I think it's kind of interesting to share some footage, and so I have prepared that as well. Some footage to look at. And Dogmaster, how are you doing? Absolutely. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for all the comments. I managed to heart some of your comments here and there, but for most of the time, my phone had no internet connection whatsoever because we were in the absolute middle of nowhere in Italy. And no, please not, please not, please not, please not, please not. Okay, welcome back from vacation as well. Let's go. Let's freaking go. So, yeah, without further ado, I quickly want to just show what I was up to. In general, let me go Google Maps here. And yeah, we'll go Roy here. Boom. Boom. There we go. So, the general area that we will be talking about. So basically, from home, we drove by car all the way down to Italy because we had to kinda avoid the rain. There was just such bad weather the entire time where I live, and there wasn't really any other time frame that was appealing, or I should say possible, to do this bike tour. So in general, I'm talking about a mountain bike tour, actual mountain biking, and we had this trolley basically that carries a tent and all the food stuff. So basically we had a trolley attached to one of the bikes that we constantly had to pull in order to, well, have everything that we need. That way we avoid having backpacks, which is a plus, but also a downside. You guys will see. The entire family is caught. Yes, good, yes! So how long did it take? So I don't know the full statistics, but I think it was around 320-ish kilometers and well above 10,000 meters up and down. So we're talking about serious mountain biking. Cause yeah, I think on average we did we did around 1.6k meters vertically, not horizontally, vertically, every single day. Which is brutal. Which is very brutal. It gets easier if you're on the normal streets, but yeah, as soon as it's actual just hiking trails, that's where it gets fun, because the application that we used did lead us into the worst possible trails, onto the worst possible trails most of the time, and at some point we decided to just ignore it and go with the main roads, which obviously had a lot more traffic, but allowed us to cover a lot more ground, obviously. So that was awesome. But yeah, we're basically, where did we start? I'll quickly show it on the map. So we are, I know it's quite tiny. We have the Spezia. If I go down here, where the hell is it? So these are all places down here that we went through. These are all places that we went through, but I can't find exactly where we parked. It doesn't really matter. Basically, like the general area is like this kind of area. This is like the approximate circle that we did. And yes, this is like 300 plus kilometers. And this is like all mountains here. But it showed good weather. I know driving on occasion was 4 hours, going back was 7 hours because of traffic. Yeah. Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, the way back also took a while because like the Swiss highways obviously require the vignette and we didn't have that, so it was a good like solid 11-hour drive back home yesterday. But yeah. Now we actually get to the good stuff. I've prepared a folder right here that, well, just shows kind of what we're up to. So yeah, this was after like the first ascent. Obviously, this is kind of the most of the pictures I'll be showing are just gonna be, yeah, you know, panorama kind of pictures, because we didn't take that many pictures. The monster can, yeah, I was about to mention that. So a lot of these pictures are gonna be like that, and I don't have that much footage, as we were on the bike the entire time, because every single day was basically about covering as much ground as possible. But it worked quite well because we parked the car at like a private parking spot, or not private, but like we paid for exactly 6 nights, and so we had to do it within those 6 nights. And yeah, that's what we did. So we slept in the tent for 6 times. But yeah, there's the monster can. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, and in this region there was also a lot of like wildfires and stuff. But I don't think I have any pictures of that. And this was just amazing freaking scenery. This was just amazing freaking scenery. Like, you know, I know it's super pixelated, but imagine living there. Imagine freaking living there. I mean, it's gonna be like, it's a pain to get there. And I don't blame anyone for like, you know, using a car, because like you literally have to. Getting there by bike is like impossible. Some people use e-bikes, but you literally like 0.1% of the people, probably way less, actually use like a regular bike. You do see some e-bikes, and if you see a non-like e-bike, it's definitely somebody that, you know, has the power and has a good like racing bike, I would say. And you obviously see a lot of motorcycles. Like, this is obviously a dream to go by motorcycle. Yeah, just absolutely freaking beautiful. Or get a helicopter, even though it's gonna be a bit tedious to land. But this is just beautiful. This is just beautiful. So this was the beginning. So we kind of started at the coast, right? And yeah, this phone had cool zoom. And this is the first video. You don't really need audio, but this is, so basically my dad had to also navigate. My dad has this I don't know how to really call it, like this clip where he can attach the phone to the bike, and so the phone is obviously vertical, and so he tried filming while the phone was attached to the bike. That's why the camera is all shaky and stuff, obviously, because he was biking as well. It's always the same thing with footage on camera. You cannot freaking tell. Now, this is me. I won't show anything of my dad, obviously. So I carried this thing for the most part. This is like, well, I think the first time when we weighed it, it's like 17 to 18 kilograms, but it got a lot heavier. It got a lot heavier because we bought a lot more food and stuff, and water, especially water, because you don't really get water that frequently, especially if you're just up in the mountains. So yeah, this is me, and I pulled it for the most part. I also kind of wanted it as an extra challenge. So yeah, this was brutal, and you can't really tell how steep it is, but yeah, this kind of uphill part was like 60 to 70% of the time that we were on the bike was this kind of stuff. Well, I shouldn't say this kind of stuff specifically, because this is like a paved road. There was a lot of trails and not so mountain bike friendly pathways that we went through. But you guys will see that. So yeah, this kind of, maybe shows the steepness of the entire thing a little better. This is like, I don't know, 15, 16, 17-ish percent. It's brutal. Yeah. Cut the grass, I'll be back. Reflex, catch you in a second. Peace out, peace out, peace out. Yeah, no, this entire journey was very, very brutal. But it was awesome. Yeah, and then you have like this kind of curve. My dad just took a lot of pictures. And so this was all day one. And here you can kind of see this was the first kind of time when we realized this is not gonna be as easy as we thought it would be. Because literally just a couple minutes before this video was taken, we were both pushing the bikes because it was just too steep, too rocky to go up any at all. Like, it just wasn't possible. So this was like right after we hopped back into the bikes, when it was like rideable. And this was easy. And then I think it continued up there actually. So yeah, that was fun. But this is like perfectly rideable. But yeah, this was absolutely brutal. I'll just let the video run. And I'm just saying here that I need water, dude. This was like the only time where I actually wore the sunglasses. I actually don't have those sunglasses right now. I think they're somewhere else. So I'm sorry about that if anyone redeems blinded. Those are actually the sunglasses from the stream. But yeah, this was the first time where I'm like out of water as well. So yeah, this was brutal. Like pulling this thing as well. And that was the first camping spot. The stream glasses, yes! So this was the first camping spot. So this is kind of the tent that we use. Unfortunately, this tent, my dad mentioned that it isn't available online anymore. Because this is a really convenient tent. You can get it into such a tight space. It's super lightweight. And it's so easy to set up. Like, you literally only have this one, I'm just gonna say like suspension, one stick kind of thing that you bend into it, and then you just hook it up. And then it has rain cover, mosquito net inside, obviously. We just put the mattresses in the sleeping bag. Like, that was all we needed. And the first night here was like the only time where it actually rained. And after that, it didn't. We really escaped the weather, because where I live right now, I mean, now it got better. So it's beautiful to be back, but it was super, super rainy here. Anyways, you can kind of see we're drying all the clothes. I've changed my clothes. Like, this is always kind of the evening clothing. And yeah, I don't want to mention it, but my hair, obviously, if you're sweating the entire day, I mean, day one started at like, 3 p.m.-ish. I think 3 p.m. is when we started. And this was only like 3.5, 4 hours later. But already at like a quite solid altitude at like 700 or something. Don't fully remember, but you can see we're kind of drying the clothes and and everything. Yeah, the helmet messes up the hair, but I'm just saying, like, all the sweat. Like, if a sweat dries out, it gets salty. Yeah, my hair will get grosser and grosser and grosser. Only day 3 that I'll get to had a river that I took a bath in. But yeah, we're drying all the clothes. So we had like these like bags here. These are actually like toilet paper bags that we just stored our other clothing so it doesn't get wet or whatever. But yeah, then we slept here, and surprisingly, no, we didn't have any mosquitoes here. I just want to mention, because when we hopped into the car, started the drive, we realized, frick, we don't have a mosquito spray. So on the way to like the parking spot, we purchased a mosquito spray that we only needed once, actually. Think you will able. Alright. Okay, I gotta admit, countless times I thought about you, and like, what if I take a picture right there of that angle with that sign? I think you would be able to figure out where I am. But I had like no internet for most of the time. No! Alright, we'll look at that. I got the link. Don't worry. Google Map links I should allow. Boom. Wait. Do I? I actually don't know. I actually don't think that we went specifically here. I don't think we went specifically here. You'll see more. Alright. So that was the first one. Well, then just a different angle. And then this is already day 2, where we're looking at... This should be... I could have, like... I need to be careful with Google Maps not showing my location. So this should be... Where the hell are we? There. I'm not mistaken. Yeah. This should be Rapallo down there. Yeah. So that's where we started, right? Yeah. So currently, we should be looking at... What was it? That? Anyways, it should be this kind of region right here. I think it's Rapallo that we're looking at right now. There. Oh, blank, no. Oh, get back. So yeah, that is that. Oh, there's another picture, Dude, how many pictures? Oh, I was zoomed in so far. Yep. And, oh yeah, nice background. Oh yeah, I don't know, but I've decided to run the backgrounds as like a Dia show, like on Windows. If you go, no, not this one, always the other one. This here. I've decided to do a Dia show. I think that's also the English word. Changing it every day, and I've just made like a little folder, background folder, where I just have a lot of cool screenshots that I've taken on the hardcore world. So yeah, both of my monitors have a different background. Kind of cool. Yes, like slideshow, yeah, basically. But yeah, this was also an interesting spot to encounter. I'm pulling the trolley, my dad's bike, and you can kind of see this is the device, I should say, that my dad used to keep his phone steady. Super crazy, like it's a really unique and like smart design. That really, you know, makes sure that the phone doesn't fall off. And it's very easy to use. And yeah, this road was blocked because of that. That is a massive like landslide, I don't know how you call it. It's the town match. I'll send in Discord. Alright, I'll check it out in Discord. Let's continue here. So this is just another angle. And then here we arrived at the top. Was this? Yeah, I think this was the top of Portofino. Can that be? No, wait. No, we started further down. I'm so stupid. No, this is where we were. Anyways, I think this is where I'm at right now. So we have this tower. So we're currently at like this nice panoramic spot looking at La Spezia. Yeah. So I'm kind of in this region somewhere, wherever the roads are. So somewhere up here. So yeah, you can see the one cool thing about we named him Bob because apparently the brand is Bob. So this is Bob. Shout out to you, Bob. Haven't seen you in a while, Bob in the park. So the unique thing about Bob was that he allowed me to kind of always stabilize the Bob is W, yeah. It was just a bit heavy. But it allowed me to stabilize the bike. Like you can see it, the weight is kind of pulling this way and that stabilizes the bike. That was kind of cool that I don't have to lay the bike down like my dad had to do. Just yeah, upward. And this, yeah, is the entire city from the complete opposite angle. We literally just were somewhere up here. Like, that's the previous picture. The previous picture is literally somewhere up here, I think. We went through the entire city and back up this way. And that should be the city of La Spezia. And we ate somewhere in like a park or something. Yeah, at the beginning we ate a lot of like tuna fish and just bread. That is also easy to digest and, you know, gives the most energy. And that was nice. So we only ate in the restaurant like twice or so. You do save a lot of money that way. If most of the stuff that you eat is just bread. Yeah. Does the job. And we have another angle. Oh yeah, this is a little video. Nothing too spectacular. And that is me going again. Yeah, but this is brutal. But you kind of get used to the weight that this thing has. But yeah, you can clearly see how steep the entire thing is. You can clearly see how steep the entire thing is. A lot of these like warning signs. And the worst part of it all, I swear, are these spiky berry bushes everywhere. I mean, if their fruit are like full grown, it's great because then you can eat them. But dude, yeah, just look at the sheer steepness. And these were all spiky. You always had to kind of stay on the right side because of traffic and stuff. But yeah, that's wait. It's continue. Sorry. Yeah, but as I said, the sound is not really necessary, as it is just heavy breathing. And that's the city of La Spezia. And you can see how freaking massive the entire thing is. This is on the phone, by the way. It's actually crazy how good the zoom is. And then, oh yeah, this is what I filmed. So here, yeah, now it's actually my dad pulling. So it's my dad's phone, like an Samsung S21. He gets it from the company he's working from. Like it's a like new but still used phone. I don't really know, but he always gets like the best phone, so I don't know. Good for him though. But yeah, I filmed this because of the freaking donkey, dude. There's a freaking donkey. So yeah, that was cool. It was just chilling there. Oh yeah, and this is a nice point to highlight. That my dad is pretty smart, and he obviously thought about this beforehand, and this worked perfectly, or I shouldn't say perfectly, but pretty well throughout the entire thing, or throughout the entire trip. We had these. You can only see it a tiny bit. I don't know if you can get the video a little better. Yeah, you can see these solar panels, right? So we basically had this solar panel like charger attached to a power bank. And that power bank was enough to fully charge the phone through the night. So we used like, I don't know, 75%-ish of the phone per day. And then had literally the sun power us the entire time. So we never had to find any additional like power source. This worked the entire time. This was brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Obviously relies on the sun, and it was very noticeable because when we had a lot of like parts through the forest where it was like in the shadow the entire time, this didn't help. But if it was attached, it did a great job, and like charged the power bank throughout the day. This worked really, really well. Just saying hi to the donkey. And yeah, this is my dad pulling here. We just switched bikes because nothing else really makes sense. Because it would have been too annoying to attach the trolley to the other bike, whatever. And yeah, this is the end of day 2. I was never this freaking exhausted in my life ever. Like, to the point where I was actually feeling a bit sick. Because of... Yeah, we switched again. This was tough. Like, this was constant uphill to well above 1,000 meters above sea level. Constant uphill. And that's what makes it brutal. If you don't have any part to rest. Obviously, we could take breaks, but dude, we're just pushing. And at this point, like, when it gets, you know, let's say 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., along those lines, we're always kind of on the lookout for, like, some flat grounds that would be suitable for the tent, right? To set up the tent. And I mean, yeah, here we were lucky that the road was paved again, that there was like concrete, but further down there wasn't. That's obviously an additional factor as well, if everything else is rocky. But yeah, this was the best we could find. Might not look ideal, but you just stomp these freaking plants, make it kind of flat, and you're good to go. And the good part about this was that the like pavement or the road itself was still quite warm from the sun, so we just put all our clothes, we just laid it on all the, you know, the warm concrete and had it dry out. Yeah, this was definitely by far the best spot we could find, and I was so dead there. I was so freaking dead. And yeah, then we found this nice little village on the freaking mountain. I mean, there's a lot of these kind of scenarios where we were. I have no idea where we are right now, actually. So, sorry if I'm not showing any map footage. But yeah, you can see these plants are freaking everywhere. Unfortunately, a lot of the times, the berries weren't ready yet. But these spikes, dude, or the spikiness of these plants, they will come in a lot later to be very, very annoying. Up to this point, you know, they were fine. But there's one specific day, I think it was day 4 or 5, I'm not entirely sure, where we were on a road. I'll get to that. Where those will be very annoying. Yeah, my dad was fascinated by these flowers. I mean, they weren't perfectly, you know, perfectly blooming anymore. Welcome back. Does this add to the game time or no? Well, it could. It depends on the game progress as well, where it makes sense to stop. But I guess, yeah, we can do that for sure. I don't want to make you upset. I think, like, we both were pretty convinced that these were blueberries. But we still don't fully know, because it didn't really taste like blueberries, but I also think they just weren't ready yet. So, anyways, that was cool. Look at this mountain range. Like, it's just majestic. We constantly had such great scenery. I mean, we had to get up there, and that was painful, but just beautiful. Just pure beauty. And yeah, that was the second tent spot. Still 4 hours. Yeah, we'll do that for sure. So, this was the second tent spot. You can kind of see we did end up putting our clothes here. And yeah, that's the tent set up. Come on, zoom out, boom, boom. And we're on the bike again. This is us starting right off, and you can see it's super foggy. It's, yeah, in the mountains, it's usually kind of the thing that in the morning, well, it doesn't have to be necessarily in the mountains, but in the morning you have, well, the temperature change makes it so everything is wet. I don't know the English phrases for that, but everything was quite wet, and you can see it with the fog and everything. So it was a cold start. It was a very cold start, for sure. But with a little warm-up, like, it's brutal to start right into an uphill, because you have to get your heart rate up in order to warm yourself up properly for a long endurance, whatever sport you do. And so an uphill start meant we had to start super slow, but high frequency on the pedals. I don't know if it was blueberries. As I said, it didn't really taste. But you can see, or you'll see more and more that a lot of these roads aren't visited that much. Yeah, that's that village down there that we saw earlier. Beautiful morning scenery at around like 7... I don't really know when we started, 7:20-ish a.m. Oh, we were going. And yeah, this is kind of, I would say most of the downhill sections that we did were on this kind of terrain. So yeah, at the beginning it was quite tricky to get the hang of Bob, the trolley here, because you had to constantly restabilize your bike. It can be helpful, but you can't do that many precise nor sharp turns, which is quite a bummer. So it does take some getting used to, but riding with this thing greatly improved my bicycle riding skills, I should say. Stay out of it, guys. So that's very important to mention. But yeah, I had to avoid kind of these puddles so it doesn't make the solar panel too dirty. I mean, obviously, if you can avoid them, you will avoid them, because it's annoying anyways. But yeah, you can see quite rocky, quite rough terrain. But this was easy. Like, we were happy to have such terrain. This was super doable. This was super doable. Sorry if I have to put my finger into the mouth, because it's usually because of my, because I have something stuffed into the wound again to help with the infection. And I kind of have to push it back, otherwise it's between my teeth, which I do not want. Alright, that is that. And we do get another video here. Yeah, it's super annoying, but I hope it gets better. Is this the same video? No, I don't think so. Or is it? Oh, this might very well be the same video. I mean, yeah, this wasn't super steep. But again, I had to be super careful to not do too many sharp turns, or like very sharp turn, especially on a surface where I don't have that much traction, that much grip, because then it's very easy for me to kind of slide out. Yeah, this might actually be the same video. Cool stuff. There we go, and yeah, this is where it gets a little steeper, but I had my fun. Just gorgeous scenery, absolutely beautiful. Then we did a stop here. Yeah, this was kind of nice to see always, where there's a little uphill and you can just slightly see also with the fence that it's kind of going down again. This was always a bit motivating when you see, okay, it goes up, but you can have a little rest at the end there. You're always kind of looking at the horizon. That's the next goal. That's the next goal. That's the next goal. And you're pushing forward for many kilometers. So yeah, and this is us kind of moving further and further away from the coast, going north. This was absolutely beautiful. There was a lot of, yeah, I mean, this is pure nature. There was so much wildlife. We spotted like foxes 3 times or so, but I never got yeah, I just never captured them. And there was so much going on here. I mean, this was Sunday, so this was day 3. Remember, we slept twice at this point. This was, fox was so adorable, dude. So this was day 3, and wherever we went, there must have been some sort of event going on, because there was so much traffic going up here. It was brutal. So I think there was some sort of event in this building, like behind me in this case. There was a restaurant that we initially wanted to eat at, but we quickly realized that they were very, very overloaded and couldn't handle the amount of people that they had. So we moved on. It was crazy to see. Yeah, I mean, it was all just motorbikes and cars going up here. There was no bike, nothing. We were like the only bikes here. It was just brutal. I mean, I don't blame them, but it's just like kind of sad to see that everyone just, you know, takes the easiest option. Anyways, we came up here from this side. We also purchased some fruits here. They were delicious. So this side was like completely paved, good to ride road. But on the other side, like if I were to kind of pan to the left side, there's no road anymore. Like it's just terrain. I don't know how you call it, but it's just big rocks. Like it was scary to go down there. It was just, yeah, just a road that, yeah, even for like an off-road truck might not be the easiest to traverse. I don't think I have video footage of that. Oh, we're already here. So this is end of day 3. Because day 2 was so exhausting and this was very, very convenient, we decided this was the only like break that we took. We decided to end day 3, like this was Sunday. We decided to end day 3 after eating a very, very nice Parma ham. Because this is in Parma. This is like the region of Parma. This is where the Parma ham comes from. This was brilliant. We found a shop that was nice enough to offer us some food, even though it was Sunday and the shop was actually closed. We still got like some ham and bread. That was the best ham I've ever eaten. I swear to God. That was amazing. Anyways, yeah, we decided it's just best to stay at this river because we were just looking for a spot to eat the ham, right? And we found this spot, the river, where we decided, all right, we're going to settle down for the day. We're going to set up the camp. I'm going to take kind of the remaining day off. Like, this was like 2 p.m. So we didn't do too much distance. I mean, we still did solid, I don't know, 25-ish kilometers and like 800 meters in altitude. I don't know, this is just estimation, approximation. But yeah, and I thought I would just try and build a stone tower. And also, yeah, here I did do a little bath in the river. It was amazing because those little fish like cleaned everything up. This is, yeah, it's awesome. So this was it was like a free massage as well. Not too far off of civilization, but like far enough. So it was just a great spot. And it was quick to see. Yep. Ham is so freaking W. Alright. Yeah, look at the Discord footage. So this is me building the last stone tower. I don't really know. I thought this was a cool video. And you can also see in the background, we're just drying our clothes off wherever the rocks kind of faced the sun. I mean, I thought this was crazy, but I still go a little crazier than that. This was cool. And so this was, if you count the bottom stone, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. No, 21, 22, I think it was in total. No, this is already the full result, right? Yeah. No, this was 22. Never mind, this was not the first. Yeah, you can kind of see this was the river that we were at. It was such a beautiful spot. And so we rested for the remaining day. Yeah, here you can see a better picture. I mean, hey, for like the first time trying it, that was pretty solid. Nice little stone tower. Oh yeah, here I have another video of it. Yeah, and it gives also a good view of the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22! So, rocks that's true. So it's 22 rocks in total. Kind of cool. And yeah, you can kind of see the river in the background. Right kind of there. Yeah, you guys can see my mouse. Kind of that way is the bridge. And we had a church not too far, kind of indicating what time it was by the amount of times it kind of rang the bell. And here, different angle. And that was the camp setup for night 3. So, yeah, I mean, it was getting quite dark, so the footage is not too great, but we locked up our bikes. We had all the clothing out. This, again, might have not been, or was not the best idea, as it did get quite wet in the morning, due to the temperature changing and everything. This was like the only time where mosquitoes were kind of an issue. So this is the only time where we used the mosquito spray, or I did. My dad didn't. Yeah, we didn't even bother because in the tent it doesn't matter. The tent was freaking W, and yeah, the river's right on there, and you can see there's a couple buildings here, a couple buildings there. So it wasn't too far off of civilization, but far enough. It was brilliant. It was a brilliant spot. A couple tent pictures, and oh yeah, here just closer up of the river. Yeah. This was kind of the spot. This was just great, again, to be in nature after spending so much time at home. So, guys, I just want to mention, I love the nature. And, yeah, I highly recommend everyone go out and spend a night outside if you haven't done that. You're missing out on a lot. It is annoying, but it is an important experience. Oh, yeah. This is the river. Downstream, I believe. And that is already off on day 4. This was the day where struggles kind of struck. Is that a word? I don't know. Because we had our first wheel repair on Bob. Bob was kind of started, yeah. Bob was kind of being annoying. Because you've seen earlier, the trolley itself doesn't have, you know, the best off-road wheel. So yeah, that one was constantly losing air, and we had to figure out where it was losing air, but getting the getting the hold of water to see where the bubbles come out, in order to see where the tire is leaking, or the tube of the tire. It was quite tricky, but we had a very nice old man helping us out. Anyways, that is already... No, that's just the video footage, right? See, Daniel, welcome to the stream! Hello, welcome back! Welcome back to you. Nearly freaking halfway. Let's go! Gosh, my mouth is so dry. So yeah, this was after all the fixing. This is where things got interesting. Because the, you know, application that we used to plan our routes, our route, we set it to mountain bike, which meant the application specifically searched for every possible opportunity to go from point A to point B using trails, using mountain bike-able, you know, opportunities or pathways or whatever. And it wasn't so mountain bike friendly in the end, but like, this is fine. This is fine. This just very nicely highlights yeah, you know, where it gets a little more challenging, maybe a little more dangerous as well. And you have a lot of up and downs, but this is fine. As long as it doesn't get too steep, this is totally fine. But you can see how uneven the road is. And this is where it gets tricky to always have full control of like a 20 plus kilogram trolley in the back. This is really where, yeah, you know, you have to kind of hold it stable all the time. But again, this is where I really learned, or got way more confident on, yeah, mountain biking in general. Because the trolley added an additional layer of, yeah, danger to this entire thing. And now you can really see, yeah, how steep the entire thing is. This is going up. So this isn't, yeah, you know, it's kind of steep. It's just your other account now, let's go. So yeah. And this is, yeah, there we go. That is where we realized, alright, this is gonna get interesting. Some portions, we had to push the bikes. But like, I remember most of the part here, I actually drove with the trolley. And this requires some like skill, not saying I'm good or not, but like this is this is not easy. So yeah, you kind of, you know, you go like up here kind of and just take the best route. Different version, guys, bad as so yeah, this is where the challenge began, but most of this part I did push up by just cycling. We didn't have to push the bikes too much. I just full power went up there. If you go full gas, it does works. I don't know if it is on the video. But as soon as the trolley, as soon as Bob decided to, you know, I'm gonna go left here, and I want to go right, that's where I have no chance. Bob always kind of intertwined, yeah, and whatever, you guys know what I mean. Always kind of messed with my perfect pathing because I couldn't just do that precise turning as I would be able to without the trolley, obviously, because it was constantly restabilizing my bike. And so we went, yeah, off here. And terrain is correct. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, Bob always kind of messed. But I think here, yeah, here we pushed it actually. Here we pushed it. But for the most part, I think I did end up driving. But here we pushed it. Again, this is just filmed from the bike. But just perfectly highlights the other kind of terrain that we had to cross. Yeah. Here we push the entire thing. And as soon as you like slip with one of the feet, it's brutal. You have to hit the brakes on the bike and reposition. Because 20 plus kilograms additionally pushing down or pulling down. Not to underestimate. But yeah, full power going in. And this is us at the top, yeah. You can see I'm doing the last final step. This was brutal. This was absolutely brutal. But right here, I'm saying, dude, I swear, if we would have taken a different route, let's say like just the main street, we would have regret not seeing this. I mean, we wouldn't know if there was even any, you know, open wide area to have a great view. But now being up here, we are both very glad that we were up here. As painful as it might have been. But that's when it was worth it in the end. Especially once you know that on the other side, it goes back down. So yeah. yeah, I had to catch my breath here. But the best part is always in my back pockets here are the t-shirt. I always had some granola bars, so those give you the energy and you're good to go. And this was the next thing. This is a pretty massive time skip actually. Because we were in a different mountain. So we went back down into the valley, went up into a different mountain, had like a... Do I remember this correctly? I think so. Because this was on the... No, this was up. Wait, where was this? I think you went into the valley. Yeah, this was back up, yeah. This horse is just like, hello there! Yeah, these horses were cool. And this is where it gets brutal. Like, you can see there's barbed wire fencing all over. Not just on the sides. This was also just straight up blocking the road. And sometimes it was like barely visible. And this is like a guaranteed flat tire if you don't notice it quick enough. And you can kind of see these rocks. This kind of rockiness was all over the road. Yeah, just some horse pictures. This was a nice little ravioli meal that I enjoyed. And this was back down at a different river. This was getting quite late. Dude, my stomach was so full. I had such a great meal there. And this is back down at another river. Unfortunately, the water access wasn't too great. It was late anyways. And this was tent spot 4. now I'm hungry. Oh no! I'm sorry. Yeah, but this was tent spot 2. I didn't really know what pose to do, so I don't know what I did there. Boom, boom. Not the best pictures. Does the job. Yeah, and you can kind of see the river down here. Anyways, this was tent spot 4. Back down at the river. So that was quite convenient. Whenever we could, it was good to be at the river. We had that twice. This was already back up in the mountains, so from the valley back into the mountains. Absolutely brutal, but you guys can see how an up and down this is. I get what is coming to... yeah. And now you're making me jealous with pancakes again. I mean, it's always the same. Anyways. Just nice freaking scenery. You can see the open sea there. Can see the sea, yep. Some wider angle. And this is where we just took a break. I enjoyed a nice little granola bar. This was, yeah. Oh, this was back on the main road already. And just a nice little scenery shot. You can see the solar panel attached. And yeah. This bottle, by the way, was Big W. This bottle was Big W. Because it's just, you can open and close it with the mouth, and it's like just super convenient. My dad decided to take a 1.5 liter bottle because he usually only drank when we actually stopped. My dad is like a camel. He did end up drinking a lot more, but my dad doesn't nearly need as much water as I did. So that was always great. I was always able to use kind of his bottle to refill mine, and yeah. I think at this point we had like 4.5 or 5 liters of just water in here. So that's like 5 additional kilograms that was in here. And that adds up. That for sure adds up. Oh yeah. That's more like it. That's the kind of challenges I was talking about. This is dangerous. Like, this is no joke dangerous. This is, like, we drove that. No big deal. But it was scary. I gotta admit it was scary, but super doable. I mean, I think we drove I drove up here and then I realized it was wrong. We came from the other side, but it shows what the road was like. And Oh yeah, this is where it gets interesting. This is where I was really scared, actually. Because my dad told me, or my dad looked at the map, obviously. And we realized, like, this is kind of where we took a picnic as well. We ate something. And this is where it got interesting. I was scared. Because the next thing we had to do was getting down here. Getting down here somehow. And the only pathway was along this ridge line. And then the road kind of splits off somewhere here. I don't really know. But we had to go along this ridge line. Ellie, welcome to the stream! We're just going through what kind of things we did while I was away. It was enduring. It was enduring. Ellie, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? What's love going out? Hope you're doing nice, fantastic. Hope you had a great week. And amazing to see you again. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, we went down here. It was beautiful. It was very, very beautiful. But it was challenging. Like, enduring. 320-ish kilometers. And well above, like, by bike. And well above, like, 10,000 meters up and down. That adds up, for sure. So again, on this mountain, we did a picnic. We had to go down there somewhere. And this was hell. Like, if I were to define something like absolute hell, it was this. Just because we went down, like, a pathway that was, first of all, not meant for mountain biking. Secondly, it was clear that nobody has gone up or down that pathway in many, many years because it was so ridiculously overgrown. And it was straight up criminal. It was just straight up criminal to go down there. But we had no other option. We literally had no other option. I was scared. At that point, I'm glad my dad took the trolley. Because he is just, you know, he's different. He went down a lot of parts where I just said, nope, I'm gonna get off the bike and push that part. Because we have the alright. Thank you so much for tuning in though. So yeah, nice scenery. Very, very nice scenery. And oh yeah, right. That's where we took a picnic. I decided to take a nice little panorama shot. That's yeah. I think it just, I mean, it speaks for itself. It really does. Just absolutely beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. And yeah, that's the top of the mountain. I think. Yeah. And boom. Have fun. This was one of the parts where it actually opened up. But just imagine going down this kind of terrain. Obviously a lot steeper. This was rather flat. But imagine, like, this is the ridge line I talked about. Imagine going down this kind of terrain, but with these kind of, like, spiky plants blocking your way, blocking your vision. So you're basically going down this kind of terrain, but steeper, with spikes, and you're actually not even able to see the road. You're literally not able to see what you're driving on. So it's constantly this, oh my god, there's a complete, like, you know, 20 centimeter step, basically, that you just can't see. So yeah, my dad took the trolley here. But dude, just absolutely brutal. So yeah, this is what we went through. You can see it's totally overgrown, and we were both convinced that nobody has been at that spot for many, many years. Because none of the plants were, like, bent to the side. Everything was just full grown. Everything was just full freaking grown. Which, well, meant nobody has been there. Nobody has bothered to go down here. Which makes sense. We had to. So yeah. This is what we came out of. It was absolutely beautiful. Yeah, and you can kind of see my cheek is getting swollen again. But yeah, we were making our way down. This was absolutely hell. I was never this scared in my life ever before. Like I was terrified. And yeah, that's kind of our starting point up there. That was our starting point where we were. This is brutal. And yeah, this is kind of like I love it, but this is the pathway that we took. This is the pathway that we took. You can see it on the difficulty scale. Green, blue, orange, black. There's literally only one more black section here. Don't know what that one is, but that's the one we took. That's the one we took. And I know for a fact why that one is black, dude. That was brutal. That was absolutely brutal. And we were both convinced that nobody has been there or nobody has taken this path for many, many years. Everyone has just kind of gone around, or whatever. Alright, zoom out. Boom. And that's back down in the valley, where, well, we did a quick halt, even though I had to go to the bathroom real bad, so we just wanted to continue back into the nature. Yeah, this is a nice little ocean view. Back down in the city. Okay, yeah, I can read your messages. And then already we did a couple more hype meters. This was already a quite exhausting day because right before this picture, no, right at this picture, we were fixing my front tire. Because, yeah, a massive spike straight into my front tire. It was like flat immediately. But yeah, this was tedious because it was such a this was basically we're just going upstairs. We were literally just pushing upstairs. This was painful, and so we had a very, very narrow space with walls on like both sides or this fence, and people constantly passing through, and we had to fix the tires. It was not cool. But yeah. And we were very, very desperate to find a camping spot, and this is really the best thing we found. The most brutal part about this area was literally the dogs or the animals. Yeah, your message is showing. Yo, Mark, welcome to the stream! How you doing? How's your week so far? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mark, welcome. And so the most brutal part here was the dogs were constantly howling. There was like a donkey further up making like very weird donkey noises or horse, I don't know. But yeah, this was camping spot 5, night 5. This was really the best we found. It was very rough. It was very uncomfortable to sleep here. There was like a slide basically. It was just steep. So we were constantly sliding down the mat in the tent. But it was the best that we had. And yeah, that was camping spot. And you can kind of see these things down here. They were super spiky and just annoying. Anyways, there was just animal noises everywhere and it was so loud. But yeah, we were quite near civilization here. Oh yeah, and that is already the next day. This perfectly shows one of the few steps that we had to carry the bikes. So we carried one bike, then the other bike, and then the trolley. Yeah, we did multiple hundred steps. That was brutal. That was absolutely brutal. But we had to get up. Thank you so much. Hope you have an amazing stream. Ellie, much love going out. Drop some hearts in chat, guys. Thank you, thank you. Ellie, have an amazing time. Thank you. Maybe catch you later. Mark's name is because we played versus chat pack where you have that typing game, and Mark wanted to freaking troll me in that game where you have to type out the usernames, and that's what he decided to name himself. So it's just absolute pain to type. All right. Yeah. You guys could like just look at my face. It's look at my eyeballs. It's just not fun. This is not fun. The bike, the trolley, everything separately. All these stairs, dude. Try pressing F5. Refresh, refresh, refresh. Should be on your side. Should be on your side. But yeah, this was one of the many, many stairs that we went up to. This was brutal. That's me going back down, absolutely regretting my life. Going back down to carry up the trolley. And that is finally when we reached the next platform. This was also when we kind of ate breakfast. Right. Where's this on the map, by the way? Because this is already back at the coast. So... we were Portofino, Palo... or was this? Yeah. I think map-wise, we are in San Rocco. San Rocco, that's where we are on the map. Like, you can see Recco down here. We kind of see there's Genoa. You can see Recco down here, and San Rocco. That's where this picture is taken. Yeah, stairs are great, but not if you have 2 mountain bikes and a 20+ kilogram trolley. Anyways, that's where we were. Nice little view. Yeah, the church is ringing. I know you guys can't hear it, but yeah, that's where we decided to eat picnic. And, fun fact, under this bench, like pretty much where my mouse cursor is, was these 50 cents. I took them. Yeah, now it's 50 cents. Not being greedy, but it's freaking 50 cents. So those 50 cents are from right here. From literally right here. Yeah, you can kind of see the map showing the location that I just showed. Yeah, I mean, those 50 cents, dude. Beautiful. So yeah, that's San Rocco down there. And after this breakfast, we thought we had to go up more stairs, like right at the church. But then an old man, dude, come in clutch. God bless that old man, dude. He told us, bro, it just does not make sense to go up there by bikes. It's not gonna get better than these stairs. It's probably gonna get worse. So he told us to stay with the main road, and that was beautiful. Because it still led us to the same part. But way quicker, and with way less effort. Yeah. This is already further along the pathway. This was such a beautiful road. Before this, we kind of went through a park and everything. It was a nice little, yeah, just foresty area. And we are like about to go down into Portofino. So like this is somewhere on these kind of roads going down to Portofino. This is like where the rich people live. Like you can see so many, I don't know if you can see it on the video, but you can see so many yachts. Yeah, of course you can see it on the video. Look at these ships. Like these I can't even estimate prices for these. But these ships, like this is where we are right now, is where like these people have their villas, their mansions, their massive residences. It's absolutely crazy. Let the page, I'm so sorry. I mean, sometimes you gotta blame Twitch, I really don't know. Anyways, it was a crazy area, and you can see like the road itself, everything was, you know, looked quite wealthy. Because this was a, you know, this looks like a road that required some money to make. But it was a nice road to go down. It was just very narrow, so a bit annoying with the traffic. But, like, down there, that's Portofino. And that is us pretty much approaching Portofino. Yep, that's us in Portofino. And that's the first time, like, when I went into this mountain bike trip kind of thing, I had one goal. And obviously my dad kind of wanted that as well. At least touching the sea. I mean, on the last day, we actually had enough time to take a swim and everything, which was perfect. But yeah, this was the first time where I actually touched the sea. Because we kind of did start at the coast, but we then went away from the coast. Absolutely beautiful, and you can see how many freaking boats slash ships slash yachts there were. Absolutely crazy, but yeah, we went in here, and that's where I touched the sea for the first time, in Portofino. That's where we are right now, and we're going further uphill again, and this is a massive city. This was Rapallo. So right here is Portofino, and the city you're seeing here is Rapallo, where we also decided to grab a nice... Was that Rapallo? I actually don't remember when we ate the ice cream. I actually don't remember. But this was like perfect. You can see this entire flat area here. I was just like, I see the main road, let's make some distance. At this point, we were like, screw all the freaking mountain trails that our app was suggesting us to take. We gotta cover ground. So it was like kind of here, and I think it actually wraps around here, and we made so much distance all the way over here until we were able to go up the mountain again. Or had to. Yo, let's go! Congrats on 150 subs! Let's go! Feel free to post your YouTube link. If anyone isn't subbed, guys, sub to Reflex. Congrats! Hopefully it's better. I hope so. But this is a nice little view down from Rapallo. And we're back up in the mountains. This is all pretty quick. And my dad apparently... I mean, it was quite fascinating because at this point, this was already day 5. There was only one more night ahead of us, yeah. Or no, I should say day 6. This is day 6. And night 6 was ahead of us. The last night, the last sleep in the tent. And apparently where we were picnicking, this was kind of where the ground flattened out again. We did like 600 altitude meters in this area again. That was brutal. We covered like over 60 kilometers this day. But a lot of main road, obviously. But still, it was tough. Especially because of the heat. It was really just 30 plus degrees. And out in the sun, you were sweating like crazy, yeah. And we had great entertainment. Because this motorbike gang kind of meeted up here. And this guy, dude. Like, impressive. Impressive. If you're able to take the curves. If you're able to take the curves like this. So if anyone is kind of into motorbiking, I guess here's the video. I mean, he took it quite nicely. He took it quite freaking nicely. Hey, if you're able to take a curve like that, madly impressive, I gotta say. That's not easy. And that is, yeah, everything was getting just gross. I mean, just don't even look at my hair. But this was camping spot 6. Night 6, kind of approaching. We found a good spot after like a bit of a downhill. The good part about this was we knew we had most of the uphill part done and dusted. There was only a bit of an uphill part for the very, very last day. And the best part was that we had a downhill start for the morning, which is just great to warm up. And yeah, to get into it. It's just annoying to have an uphill start. But we had a downhill start here. Just a nice spot. Again, no mosquitoes. We had a lot of like berries that we can eat, or we were able to eat here. A lot of blackberries. Very amazing. It was just a beautiful freaking spot. You can see we spread out all our clothing everywhere just so it can kind of dry out. Our bike's locked up. Very, very nice. And You can't really see it, but I hung my socks up on this plant as well. It was looking like it seemed as if this plant was growing the socks. Anyways, this was the nice little view that we had. And this is quite a long video, like 3 minutes. But this was a beautiful downhill trek. And Lucky Streak continues. How many do I have in a row now? I don't know. I honestly don't know. But yeah, we were getting some speed. And the funny thing is, I'm gonna turn off the audio. You guys don't have audio anyways. And the funny thing was that Bob, or like the trolley, had like this like warning sticker on top of it, where it said, "You're not allowed to go past 25 miles per hour or 40 kilometers per hour with this thing." Yeah, I mean, just there, we obviously broke that rule. And yeah, I don't know. We didn't treat it the way it was meant to be, probably. But this was nice. This was a nice downhill start. And yeah, we were absolutely chilling. I'm just gonna let this play through, enjoy the scenery. It was just awesome. This was very motivating because I knew this was like, I don't know, 7:30 to 8 a.m.-ish. We ate breakfast already. Nice little tuna with bread. And this was motivating because we knew we're gonna hop into the sea. Down at the coast. And then it's only like 400, 500 altitude meters that we'll have to do for the finale to get back to our car. Then that was a big closed off circle. But yeah, you can kind of see the speed we're going at. Then it flattens out a bit. Did VIP get more expensive? No. I didn't do anything. You're probably confusing it with a different streamer. Just taking the curves. Right here, in like the shadows, I was still freezing. Because all the clothes like was still wet. Because it didn't really dry that well. And every shadow was like, it's kind of cold. Then for every time I was in the sun, I was kind of happy. Out of lag, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, this was just a beautiful start into the day with a nice downhill start down to coast. And downhill is obviously always amazing because you're just covering so much distance. You're just covering so much distance. Sorry, I tapped out. There we go. And yeah, this is also the part where a lot of like the forest used to burn like a couple of years ago. There's a lot of trees that, yeah, once burnt. I don't think there's much here, but further back. Yeah, I mean, you can see it's quite scarce here. Absolutely beautiful. Hey, like, I'm sorry, Mark, I can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about it. And this was the beach. This was the final beach that we were at Giavari. This was, I think, somewhere around here. I don't fully know, but you have Portofino, you have Genoa here, and at this beach, I think somewhere here is where we took a nice little swim. Boom. That was just beautiful. I did swim out to... Do I get another? Oh, I think that's it. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. And then it was basically the final stretch uphill to the car. I think it was still like over the mountain and back there somewhere. Or, yeah, I don't know. Was this... Oh, wait. No, this was Sestri Levante. Yeah, no, you're right. Sorry, we covered more distance. Yeah. You're right. This was here. Thank you, okay, yeah. No, this was here. Levante. Levanto, Levanto, Levanto. Yeah, this was here. Sorry. No, we passed through this. This was yesterday. No, you're right. It was Levanto. It was Levanto. It was Levanto. Yeah, I don't remember these things too well. I don't know. My brain is weird. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. And then it was back to the car. Where the hell was it? Can I now find where we parked? Yes. So, from Levanto, from here, we went down here and had our car parked somewhere here. Yeah, you can see car parking. This is kind of the area where we had our car parked. And so we went La Spezia, then we went up here, and kind of, yeah, and in the circle. That's that. Yeah, okay, you're laughing at me. I'm sorry. Yeah. No, in Chiavari, that's where we ate really good ice cream. I remember. Sorry. It was Levanto. You know, you're just built different. All right, but that is that. I'm definitely gonna clip this if anyone wants to rewatch certain parts. That was that. Let's get into some games. I know this was quite long, 1.5 hours. So I guess the remaining stream is gonna be Red Dead Redemption for the most part. Again, I have to make it a little warning. The game is rated for a mature audience, but watch at your own risk. Alright, I sent you a lot of this locations on Discord. Alright, let's check those out real quick. Let's see if Reflex is there. Let's see. Kay sent me some locations. And I'm gonna... I'm gonna open up these links. Yeah, but again, okay, I was constantly thinking about what if I send you a picture of that? Would you be able to figure it out? But I think for the most part, yeah, you would have been. So, let's see here. Where are we? Yeah, this looks... Oh. Let me in there. Yep, that matches up. You're crazy. That absolutely matches. That absolutely matches. Oh, yep. No, you're absolutely correct. Yeah, it looks pretty familiar. I think we went up here. So I think that matches. No shot, did it? No shot, did it? That absolutely matches. We ate picnic there. We took shade there. Like we were sitting right there. That's where we ate picnic. Right freaking there. Yeah, it might look a little steep, but it was fine. Right freaking there. That's where we didn't go up here, but one picture was taken right there. Bro, you're insane. You're absolutely insane. Now, this is 100% where we were as well. This is Portofino. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Like, exactly, absolutely. Dude! Yeah. And that's Levanto. 6 out of 6? Bro, that's crazy. Yeah, no, absolutely. You got everything. This one I remember the least. But like, it still looks familiar. Yeah. You're absolutely crazy. Yeah, I mean, it matches, because in Liguria, we were there. Yeah. No, this is a perfect match. This is a perfect match. This is an absolutely ridiculously perfect match. This is perfect. This is perfect. Well done, okay. Well freaking done. This is the final piece of the puzzle. I was thinking a lot about you. I was just not, I don't know. I didn't want to reveal my location while I was traveling. Absolutely freaking crazy. Enjoy the music, guys. I'm quickly gonna go to the bathroom, and then we're gonna have a great start into Red Dead Redemption here. Again, sorry if it is not the game that you guys prefer. It is gonna be the game that we're gonna play now, though. Reflex is here. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking do this. So we're starting. I'm quickly gonna go